Hello, Hatchlings. This is Financial Tortoise. Today we're going to be talking about the chip shortage and how it reveals underlying issues with all these cars becoming electric. So before I get to the whole concept of what the chip shortage reveals, I'm going to show you this article that talks about how the chip shortage affects the production of vehicle makers. So in this article, they said it'll be 1.2 million production shortfall because of the chip shortage. Now, that's a lot, 1.2 million. That's more cars than Tesla made last year. Now, this is important because it could even actually increase. This is saying partners anticipate the shortage would result in between 1.5 to 5 million fewer vehicles produced. That is a lot of vehicles not being produced. Now, if you go further down in the article, it explains why there is a semiconductor chip shortage. The shortage stems from a confluence of factors as car makers, which shut plants doing the special thing, which I can't mention on YouTube, that happened last year, competed against the sparring consumer electronic industry for chip supplies. So what other things are the electronics and car makers that compete for? And that is the mining material in the ground. They're competing for a lot of different mining materials that are really rare. So this is really problematic in the future because it's not like these materials are not rare. They're really rare actually. And some of the places that are the materials that need to be mined for are in problematic areas, like China. The reason why I say China is a problematic area is because we're putting sanctions on them, and we're still competing with China with these things. So let's say if we further put sanctions on China, then we're more likely to not have the materials to build these batteries that Tesla needs. Furthermore, China produces almost 2/3 of the world's lithium ion batteries and controls the global supply chain. So this can be problematic if we further get into tensions with China in the future. Also, people forget that we don't live in a Minecraft world dealing with infinite materials. Mines do run out of resource eventually. It is plenty of towns that got destroyed from mines running out of materials. And it's plenty of movies saying mines have become dead.
As dead as those mines.
Also, mining is a dangerous business. So that would lead to even more problems. You say if a flood happens, or you say if these mines have a explosion, this can lead to mines getting decommissioned for a while, which will lead more supply chain for these batteries, leading to less cars being built. Now I'm going to show you a video where a person who's in the mining business talking to Meet Kevin. He's the CEO of MP. He's explaining how much materials we might need just to build these batteries over time if we want to have every car have a battery. So here's the video.
The world needs a lot more lithium, needs a lot more nickel. If you do the math, I don't know if you've ever, maybe you should bring a commodities mathematician on one day, Kevin, or something, but you do the math on if we're 3% EVs today and we go to 20-30% over the next 5 or 10 years, and then ultimately 90+%, how much more of these materials we need. And it's wild. I mean, we just need a lot more of this stuff.
Also, a lot of people will say, Financial Tortoise, we can recycle the batteries. But the problem is, it's cost prohibitive right now to recycle the batteries. And also, we lose materials when recycling. So, Hatchlings, what can we conclude with this information? We can conclude that we have to stop living in a Minecraft world and get back to reality and say, okay, we need to solve these issues before we can say Tesla can build 20 million cars out of nowhere. So, Hatchlings, I hope this information makes you think. If not, thank you for the view.